you know? And then I set myself on fire, and then I did a little dance to the gods, and I wept openly. Would that fix things?
Maybe.
It shouldn't be this hard.
You-
I shouldn't be this bad at this. I keep like reviewing my
Twinkle.
instructions before we start and then eating shit anyways.
It sounds about right.
Alas, it does. What will it take?
Everything.
And I never asked anything from you except everything you had and what was left after that to owe.
You were a lovely singer.
Thank
Anyway,
you.
it said that we're live.
Okay, it's not showing up on my mod account, but fucking maybe something's happening. Maybe with a wish and a prayer to specifically, well, I don't want to spoil who's gods in this fic. Did it already get spoiled? I don't know. Oh,
Hello?
weird. We're live under chapter 2 instead of the. That's fine. I'll just change the fucking details in the background. It doesn't matter.
Don't worry about it. What?
So yes, we did do the proper thing that I set up. So save that and save chapter 2 part 2 so we're not crossing the streams too much. Plus,
Wait, are we? Okay, that Discord did a fucky.
oh,
Okay.
great. And I'll get the updated link to people in case they want to fucking be here. Someone's saying hi. Oh my god, Satan, have we been talking for ages and we weren't friends? On Discord? Is that the fucky wucky that Discord did that you were saying? That's bizarre. Satan? We've lost Satan, everyone. I don't know how I'll
What
go
happened?
on. You're back!
Oh no. Did it not hear me?
It didn't hear you for a good little while there.
I guess Discord's just being a bitch. Here, give me 2 seconds.
Yeah. Let's just do... Oh, the thumbnail's probably wrong too. That's fine. Okay. Yep, it does say chapter 2. I'll fix it later. Sorry for the really tech-heavy start, everyone. Maybe next time. Maybe next time I'll have looked up how to stream again so that I don't do this to myself anymore. But no promises.
Okay. Here 1 second. I gotta do a thing.
All good. I too am doing things. Can I edit the thumbnail on the fly? Is that kosher? Is that cool and hip with the kids? Change thumbnail. Yes. So a fun thing about us reading this at a pace that doesn't break our sanity into tiny, adorable pieces is that I'm splitting up the chapters, of course, into smaller chunks. And so we're gonna wind up by the end of this with like, God, I think by chapter 8 I'll be up in like the 9s, like the 8.9s. That's why I started 0, is to give myself space to have that many parts of a chapter. So by the time I hit the 9s, I'll start doing like 9.1s and 2s. It'll be terrible. It'll be terrible.
Yay.
But
Okay.
but it'll
Sorry
work.
that I went. Yeah. Sorry I went radio silent. I had to, because I am on mobile, I had to go make it so that my tabs take several seconds. So hopefully I won't be scrolling to East Jabip and
Yeah.
getting lost again and doing the split screen thing. I have
It's
my glasses on. I can read. I have my tea. We're doing
we're
okay.
doing okay. Oop.
My goodness.
Alrighty,
Who
so
is
oop.
who is starting as thingamajig?
Solid question. That hang on, that was the wrong stream base. There we are. There's our cute little faces. Well, Duan and Fionn's cute little faces.
That totally counts.
It counts. Wonderful. Oh hey shit, Unda's here. Listening to the chaos.
Oh, hello. Welcome to us not knowing what we're doing.
Never.
Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Not for a single moment. It would be off brand for me. They're
Very
dyeing their
true.
hair. Best of luck with that. Your hair's always rad as shit.
It is. Wow.
Ah, yes, the gloves. It's important to keep them where they are. Keep the chemicals in good shape.
Oh, but half the fun is also dyeing your skin.
I wish to be a rainbow chameleon.
Yes. Me when I dye my hair green and it's like, oh, I got a green thumb. Jokes.
Jokes.
Which isn't true at all. I kill things.
Question mark?
I do my best. I just forget that the plants need water and stuff
Ah, yes.
to get to exist.
Yeah, if it's not in the task chart, it's not getting done. But as for reading first, would you be okay starting today?
Yeah, I can do that. All right. We ready to start then?
We are. I don't remember what happened in the last part of chapter 2, so everyone, I hope you've read up, listened up, and you're ready for this shit.
Oh, they were watching movies.
What?
I do believe. I don't know if that was the very last part, but I think they were also talking about the Justin Timberlake thing.
Oh! My brain was like, why unrelated people movie talk? But they were watching movies and Karkat was having some emotions and it was good.
Yes. Yes, I do believe that was the end or where we left off at.
Wonderful. And Unda says of their hair dyeing experience, I will die and come back different, but we must honor the puns on this channel.
The puns. We're here for the puns.
Wonderful. Ready to rumble?
I am absolutely ready to rumble. Can you still hear me okay? Hello? Can you
Yeah.
still hear me? Okay, cool. Just making sure before I start so it's not like I've been speaking for 5 minutes and y'all haven't been getting jack shit.
Right.
All right. Your friends go to bed. Roxy and Terezi do as well. You think Terezi might be your friend as well, but it's hard to say. Actually, no. She licked your face, and that doesn't seem like something someone would do to someone if they weren't friends, right? Rose has kindly set out a guest room for you, but you don't need to sleep. You have no intention of sleeping. For a while, you rest on the bed, listening to the house and everyone in it, feeling everyone's energy dim as they drift off. Then you get up. You wander the building silently and curiously. You peek into any room that doesn't have someone sleeping in it. But of course, everything is empty. If you focus, you can smell a slight hint of apples every so often, but there's no sign of this mystery demon around. You head outside and walk around the ground. When you get too close to the edge of the spell, you run into Matuna. He appears out of thin air and narrows his eyes at you. You good? He asks you suspiciously.
I wasn't leaving. Everyone's asleep, so I'm having a look around.
You answer honestly. Stay inside the circle, Matuna warns you.
I don't want to leave, really. Or, well, eventually I want to leave. I don't want to spend eternity here. I just don't plan on going out now. Really, I'm exploring and seeing what's here.
You tell him in earnest. Okay, he says warily and leaves again. You really don't plan on leaving right now. You were telling the truth. The grounds of the house are nice, but pretty much empty aside from some small woodland animals. You return to the house that is suspiciously absent of demons. You wander into the dining room and then abruptly turn around and go back into the main room again. Apples. You smell apples. An idea steals over you. You'd hope that you could just find this guy, but if he's going to be like this, then you really have no other choice. You meander towards the library as if you'd gone into the dining room and then suddenly decided that what you really wanted was books. You go in and shut the door behind you. The library is very nice, and you really don't want to damage anything, so you really hope that you don't. With a flick of your finger and a mumble of angelic, you open the large glass patio door, just an inch or two. With that done, you slip entirely from view and put your foot to the large oak chair behind one of the desks and kick it over. You step back and wait. It takes like 2 seconds for your massively basic trap to work. A demon that looks a lot like Ratuna appears in the room with a flash and that now familiar apple smell to his smoke. He looks around in a panic, not seeing you at all. You watch him hurry to the door and look outside. You move closer, light as air, and wait for him to turn back into the room and take a step from the door. As soon as he does, you throw yourself at him and slam him to the floor. Your wings flare out around you to cage him in, and you finally get to stare down at his startled and kind of terrified face.
You are very hard to find.
You tell him, I. He falters.
I.
You repeat, deliberately taking the wrong interpretation of the sound. You have different forms, but you can be flexible with them. An eye opens on every feather, and more dot themselves down across your skin and hover in the air around you. Now you can see your captured demon from every angle.
June says you're being a little bitch.
You inform him lightly. June's a bit. He growls, trying not to meet your eye, but that's a very hard thing to do right now.
Dave seemed to agree that you should talk to me, though he didn't call you a little bitch. Apparently, we're together. Apparently, you have permission over me. But I had to go through all this to track you down.
You say, it's not an accusation as such, but you have some pretty strong feelings about it. I kept telling you to take it back, but you wouldn't. And now I can't give it back in case we need to do something else to save you, he says, his voice quiet and guilty.
But I gave it to you for a reason.
You point out. You didn't understand. You didn't remember what you are, he says, trying to squirm out of this.
Didn't you want that? If you didn't want it, if you didn't want me, then I wouldn't have taken it back because I wasn't.
You hesitate. The word inappropriate is hovering in your head, but it's got a judgmental, cankery tone all over to you. To foist yourself, a chunk of your soul, onto someone when they don't want you is inappropriate. Cankry would say inappropriate, all academic and haughty. It's not that. It's a two-way thing. You can't give total control like that to someone without making a link between you. If you gave that to someone who didn't want it, they could force it away, but it's
Even if I didn't know then, I would have known that's a fucked up thing to do, right? You would have said, wouldn't you? Is what I did is that what I did or did you want it?
you ask. You don't think you do something like that, but you don't remember. It wasn't like that. It was an emergency. And then you kept it because you said you trusted me. The demon breathes, looking you in the face for the first time. He sounds emotional, not disgusted or creeped out, which is what you thought. You thought this was okay. So why the fuck is he avoiding you?
So, what's the problem?
You challenge him. You shouldn't have trusted me, the demon says emphatically.
Why?
You ask. He looks like he might scream. You can hear his two tails slapping on the wood floor beneath you. He doesn't seem to be trying to escape. You could stop him if you tried. Probably anyway. Look at what I did with that control, he snarls, and then all of the fight goes out of him and he slumps on the floor a little more, looking miserable.
From what I've been told, I got dragged in by my maker. He kept making orders. I asked you to do something to make sure I couldn't hurt people.
You say slowly. I screwed with your ability to pull details into your short term memory. A huge violation of the demon's dart.
Oh, that's a clever way to do that. Enough to recognize you, but not enough to make an order attached to it. Huh.
You say thoughtfully. It really is a clever line of thought. It's worse than putting a spell on you. Not that I agreed to the last time that happened. That's your soul, your mind, your. He's cut off when you smack him in the head with a wing.
I don't remember you, but I remember how magic works, thanks. I trusted you enough to give you the ability to do that, and you used it to help me protect people.
You argue. It's evil, he hisses at you.
I'm sorry. Have we met? Do you have memory loss? Did the wings and halo not give it away? I'm supposed to protect. It's what I'm made for.
You say, and flare your wings as wide as you can in this space. Okay, fine, fine. Then I let a different god get into your soul and wipe everything about you clean. I basically killed you after you trusted me, he argues.
Oh no.
You say insincerely.
You stopped me murdering people and then acted in an emergency to save my life. How could you? June's right, you are a little bitch.
One second, I need beverage.
We all deserve
Okay,
a
I will
sassy car
never
cat
get
in our lives.
yes, I will never get over Carcat calling Celix a little bitch.
It's so great.
10 out of 10, Unda. Thank you for existing. Um,
Agreed.
you lift off of him with the flap of your wings and hook your foot under the chair you kicked over so you can pull it upright again. Puppeting someone about like that is wrong, he says in a small voice.
Fuck off. Do I want someone doing that to me at will? No, I've been shut up, tied up, pushed down, and hated as long as I existed, and now I get to be me. I'm not desperate to go back to that, so I trusted you. You used that to stop me going back to that. I don't remember who I grew up into being, but I don't see how that'd be different, and I know what I am, so what's your problem?
You challenge him. It's wrong. His voice is tiny, barely there. Oh, this isn't about you. You crouch down by him and look at him again. Your wings flared sideways and crossed over each other so you can get that low.
Someone did that to you?
You guess? Not with the permission thing, and not my maker either, but he trails off and shudders.
Did I know about that before?
You ask as gently as you can. Which before? The first time we knew each other? Yeah.
This most recent time, I I didn't really tell you, but you're annoyingly good at working that kind of thing out, he says bitterly.
Hmm. I wonder what kind of related experience I could have drawn on to do that. Look, if I knew that about you and still trusted you, if I knew that you would know how bad it feels to misuse that kind of power, then doesn't that mean it's fine?
You suggest. Ugh, you forgive way too easily. He groans, pinching the bridge of his nose between his thumb and middle finger and pressing between the smaller set of eyes with his index finger.
You're the second person to say that to me. Today.
You you say, and he laughs weakly.
You can have feelings about this. That's fine, but it's pretty shitty to avoid me. You've not even told me your name.
You point out. It's Sullix. Did you forget? The others told you before. Is the memory loss getting worse? He says in a rush.
No, I knew your name. You just didn't introduce yourself. Kind of rude, don't you think?
You grin at him. Anger and irritation flash across his face, and two rapidly make four in your head.
We had a thing. A pitch thing.
You gasp. Oh no, I can't deal with this again. Sullix whines, face in hands.
Deal with what? I've always thought that's the coolest thing, and oh shit, I can actually entertain the thought without my mind going nuts about how it's wrong. Oh man, it is so much better on the outside. Being constantly disgusted with yourself is the worst. Oh wow, I'm so glad I got to live that now that I'm not cankry.
You beam in delight. Yeah, you lived with Cankry for a stupidly long amount of time. I think he put that back in. Even when you didn't remember that you were an angel, you were. Sullix's face twists a little.
I'm really enjoying not having that right now. Can I have my memories back without all of the repression, shame, and guilt?
You say cheerfully. I don't know if I can thread that needle. Honestly, I'm entirely expecting that when you get your memories back, that you're going to try to kill me. I deserve it, Sullix says miserably.
Clearly, you've been through a lot, and this is emotional for you. But stop using me to make you feel shitty about yourself. I didn't ask for that. Also, if you were really going to be sorry for something, you should say it instead of stalking me around the house and avoiding me like, oh, wait, a divinely declared little bitch.
Oh, God appointed little bitch. How does that make you feel, Sullix?
Got divine smote with little bitch energy.
Yes. Sorry. You say, starting compassionate and ending, you know what? Honesty is compassion of a sort. So you remain compassionate throughout. Go you. Felix looks like he wants to punch you in the face. His eyes are narrowed and angry. His tails are flicking sharply on the floor. It's a whole picture of irritation.
You're pretty when you're angry.
You say honestly, and he goes bright yellow as he stares at you in shock. Carcat, are you fucking hitting on him?
He has for minute one. He fucking tackled him to the ground. It's a pretty strong start.
Oh my goodness. Listen, he doesn't remember jack shit, and it's just like, ah, yes, let's tackle this fucking demon and flirt with him. Like, my
Natural born
fucking
pitch bitch.
natural born pitch bitch. Absolutely. Like this man has none of his memories, and it's just like, ah, yes, I'm gonna flirt pitch with this fucking demon. Let's see how that
Let's
goes.
see how it goes.
He's having a great time though.
He is. I love this for him. He needs a win.
He does need a win, and I'm glad that he feels less shame. Like,
Yeah.
this man is having a great fucking time.
Hmm.
Okay, sorry. I'll get back to the narration. I just love him so much.
Valid. Same.
A sadistic little thrill runs through you, all excited and gleeful. It gets to simply be without anything else smothering it to death.
Yeah. I like this. This works.
You nod.
I'm going to build my own level of hell just for me. And it's this.
Celix groans.
Leave me out of it.
You say with a roll of your eyes and get up. You're really not enjoying being something that causes guilt. You've had enough of that. You move to the door and open it again, stepping outside into the cold air.
Wait, where are you going? You can't leave.
Celix says in alarm. Doing what you're told? Nah. You flap your wings and launch yourself into the air. You twist and land easily on the roof, but watch as Celix shoots past you and then halts midair. He clearly thought you were trying to leave this circle that encapsulates this nice house and the section of woodland.
What are you doing?
He asks, slowly and uneasily.
Everyone else is asleep, and June killed my maker, right? People are probably going to be looking for him. Isn't that part of the reason we're wherever this is?
You say, waving a hand at the land in the circle. That's part of it, yeah. He nods. Well, then, you shrug and crouch down comfortably on the rooftop. You open enough eyes to see in every direction and fade enough from view that someone who didn't know you were there wouldn't see you. It's a low effort kind of camouflage, but you're partly doing it because if you completely vanish, you think Celix would panic. He's clearly not sure what to do, but as far as you're concerned, you have a job to do here. These people care about you. They love you. Hate you in his case. So you're going to protect them. Spellix goes inside soon enough, and you spend the rest of the night in the same place, watching and waiting.
Want to trade narrator for chapter 3 start?
If, yeah, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. Okay. The stars slide along the sky and the sun rises. You watch and wait. Dave clambers onto the roof, and it takes a moment to shake off the waiting and watching state so that you can look at him properly.
Are you okay?
He asks you, making you turn to face him properly. I'm fine. Why? You wonder?
Because you've apparently spent the whole night standing shirtless on my roof, and you were straight up not breathing or moving at all for a whole minute before you looked at me. You're not even breathing now.
Dave points out. You look down at yourself. Oh, you did lose your shirt. How did that happen? I don't know where it is, you admit.
It was a little small on you already, and it's definitely not made for those. It's in bits downstairs.
Dave says, with a wave of his hand at your wings. Ah, well, regular clothes don't do that. Look, you say, and bring your normal clothes back. At least, you bring back the top part. You leave the cape and anything that's covered by the jeans that Dave took from Rose's room. Dave looks mildly panicked about this, and you're not sure why that's the response.
Okay, see, shirtless was one thing. I've seen shirtless Carcat before, but now you're in like goddamn painted on jeans and a skin tight, what, tube top thing? I don't think I'm prepared for that before breakfast. I'm just a mortal man, and you're up here all, ugh.
Dave makes a noise of slight distress. This is more distracting than no clothes. Well, I can go back to that if you want. You offer innocently. You don't want to cause Dave distress.
I love that reality.
He's so great. Oh, Eddie's here. Sleep is good. Yes, Carcat does flirt with everything that moves unintentionally. And
Oh,
Karkat is
fancier?
gray. I don't think Karkat is gray. He's Middle Eastern looking. He's like Rose is African American and Karkat's like a couple shades lighter, he said.
Yes.
Oh yes,
Dave
Karkat's
is
definitely
also.
offering to be naked to torment Dave. Innocently, so innocently he's offering it.
And we love that for him.
We love that for him. You're well aware of his reaction last time, but now that you've got a little more context, it's even funnier. He's desperately trying to reassure you that
He's so very cool with you in any state of dress. And it's not that he doesn't want to see you without your clothes on. Not that he's asking for that, but maybe not on the roof where he might
I spent the whole night watching this place and seeing nothing much. I can listen to you trying to explain this all day, you know. You tell him brightly.
That seems a little mean and decidedly unholy to mock my sexy suffering, Karkat. How could you?
Dave replies. Fuck God, you scoff.
That's not who I wanna.
Dave's mind clearly catches up to his mouth and he reroutes.
Anyway, do you want to come inside for breakfast? We have coffee. You love coffee.
I have no idea what coffee is, but sure. You agree?
Great.
Dave smiles. He tries to get down the roof the way he came up, but it's clearly a little precarious. The last thing you want is for him to fall, so you casually scoop him up and flutter to the ground below. It's only when you land and look at Dave all red-faced and pretty in your arms that you feel your heart skip a beat.
Oh, okay, cool. That's gonna be in my head forever. Let's go have breakfast and I can be normal about this.
Dave laughs a little weakly when you remember to put him down. You follow him automatically. It's the same magnetic force that kept you arguing with Solix, even if the shades of your emotion are clearly different. Now, that's a thought. Does your soul have a memory of being in love? You can't remember it, but does any of that habit remain? Or are you falling for the same people all over again? Breakfast is nice,
Aw.
but you don't actually need food, although June makes the point that you should try to eat enough food to give yourself more energy to recover. It's nice enough, and you try a little of everything, but coffee? Coffee? This is the best thing. This is amazing. I love this, you whisper in awe. We have some very nice tea and coffee back at our dorm, all different kinds, Rose tells you, in news that fills you with indescribable delight.
Coffee boy.
Coffee boy. Drinking the coffee cake coffee, as he should.
Yes.
You enjoy your coffee happily and let everyone else's conversation more or less wash over you. You're not all that interested because what they're discussing is dates and travel plans and if you'll be well enough to go somewhere. Can I have more coffee? You ask Rose quietly, not wanting to break up the conversation. Of course, let me make you some more, Rose smiles. She gets up and goes to a device of some kind, so you follow and watch curiously as she puts a little metal thing inside it and presses some rectangles with text in them. You can read, but you don't know these words that seem to be coffee specific. Still, you pay attention and watch as the device pours out a stream of coffee into a mug that Rose then hands to you. She takes the little metal thing out of the device and puts it in the trash. That doesn't even look like magic. That's all mechanical somehow, right? That's really interesting, you say in amazement. Human technology is pretty advanced. I don't know how much of an idea you have about Earth or when that knowledge was from, but yes, we have machines that make coffee. She tells you, clearly pleased to teach you something. That makes sense. She seems like a light-bound person to you. It's an excellent thing to make, you agree, and let her lead you back to the group. Eat your food, June reminds you as you sit down. You pick at your food some more, swapping it with mouthfuls of coffee so you have something to look forward to. The food is fine, but it's not coffee, and you don't see why you have to consume things unless you really want to. We're going to have to tell Miss Paint exactly what's going on. Saying he was sick for a bit helped for a bit, but she's going to know. I know she could tell that Rose wasn't telling her everything, Jade points out. You get up and copy what Rose did and get more coffee from the machine. You're not sure if it's aware of you. Some magically enchanted things are aware, but in a way. But does the same happen with mechanical things? You quietly thank the machine, just in case, and sit back down. Polite boy.
Please, it's so cute. He thanks the coffee machine.
Carcat, welcome back. Who's your best friend? Coffee machine. It's not even a contest, I'm sorry. Love is great and all, but coffee.
Love is great and all, but have you had coffee before?
Check this shit out.
Sorry, but it just reminds me of like the fucking like asexual memes. Like, yes, sex is nice and all, but have you had cake? Carcat, sex is nice and all, but have you had coffee?
Mm-hmm.
So
Ivy is
I can't
also in
with
need of coffee, and Unda says, I love coffee as well. Cartcat gets this gift from me. It's a great gift.
Yes. It's just coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Get this man a Keurig machine and like 20 different kinds of coffee. I'm pretty sure he's gonna down them all in like an hour.
Yep. He will get a second machine just so he can drink it faster.
He has 2 cups going at any given time.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
You get up and copy... Yes. So, Dave.
If we tell her that Carcat has magical amnesia, I'm pretty sure she's gonna ask questions.
Dave points out. Her husband is a psychopomp, one who knows Carcat. If anyone is going to know what's going on with him, he will. She's going to find out. Rose agrees. Find out what? You ask. Well, she'll find out you're an angel. People can't find out about that. We all know, but other people can't find out. Rose explains to you. All right. You're not leaving him here, Roxy says tightly from the other end of the table in the kitchen. I don't want to. I want to make him better and take him with us, June tells her sharply. He's only like this because of your lies, and I'm only letting either of you here because of Solix, Roxy snaps at her. If you want me to leave, you start, feeling uncertain. June, Rose, Jave, and Jade all say no at once.
No.
And Terezi just laughs at you. You're staying... I love Terezi so much. You're staying here where you're safe, and we can try to figure out what you're missing in a controlled environment, June tells you firmly. But if Roxy's unhappy with me being here, then it makes sense that I should go, you reason.
Nope. It's mine, Rose, and Celix's house too, and we all want you here, so by a democratic vote, you get to stay.
Dave tells you. What's a democratic? You ask after a small pause. No politics! We're trying to be chill here, June interrupts, but Dave looks disappointed. If it helps, Dave's explanation would almost certainly have been wrong, Rose tells you with a gentle pat on your arm. Does Dave not know what a democratic is either?
Definitely not.
Definitely not. He has no clue.
Ohio peoples do not eat the aspen. Sorry.
Ducks, I assume.
Oh, I moved. My back is not happy with me.
Oh, take a moment for a stretch.
But yes, I have baby ducks in my room, so if you hear me just going like, children, what are you doing? It's ducks.
It's ducks. Adorable ducks.
Adorable ducks. Their names are Honey, Bumble, and Bee.
Mm-hmm.
Which feels very Celix of me.
Sometimes you gotta go with it. You should put pictures of them in the Fluff channel if you haven't already.
Oh, I will later if I can
Yay.
get better pictures of them. Because whenever I try to get pictures of them, they're like, we're gonna jump under the brooder.
They,
Goodbye, father.
they have that pet sense of, no, you don't.
Yeah, absolutely not. And like, I have a very cute picture of me holding Bumble, but you can barely see her because she's solid black, and I wear a lot of black.
Nice.
But she has like a little ring of white fluff around the underside of her bill. It's very cute.
Cute.
But yeah, sorry, where were we? He doesn't know what a
Jade, I
Democrat
got it.
is.
How are you feeling today, Carcat? Jade asks, changing the subject. I feel fine, you say simply, and look out of the window. Not that there's much interesting out there. You seem a little distracted. Do you have something on your mind? She asks you again. Not really. I'm not really sure what I'm meant to be doing, you admit, and have another long sip of your coffee. Yeah, because you're an angel operating without a purpose, and you're not all there yet. Of course you're restless. June nods in understanding.
Or maybe he's restless because that's his third cup of goddamn coffee already. Maybe that's why he's jittery. You should stop drinking the coffee, Carcat.
Dave tells you. What? No! You balk in horror and immediately finish off the coffee that you have in case he tries to take it from you.
Highly caffeinated angel. That seems like a bad idea, huh?
Dave groans. He gets up and picks up people's plates and then cruelly takes your mug from you when he gets to you. You're deeply saddened by this, but Dave doesn't seem to bend and let you have more coffee. It's so mean. I hate the cruelest. How about we go and watch a movie upstairs? We can get out of Mom's way, Rose suggests. You don't really want to watch a movie. You want to have more coffee, but whatever. You follow the others upstairs when Dave is done putting all of the dishes onto racks in a metal box. Solix continues to be absent, but you can smell the faint hint of apple that tells you he is lurking around until you got here and he teleported away to escape. You were right, by the way, you tell June quietly as you go down the hallway with the others. Solix is a little bitch about all of this. June cackles and completely loses it in laughter, and that, at least, brings a smile to your face. The satisfaction fades pretty quickly after that, but your friends are clearly set on watching this movie, so you sit through it with them. Whatever it is doesn't hold your attention, and your leg bounces restlessly. I'm gonna go and find Solix, you say quietly to Dave when it's become apparent that you absolutely cannot focus on what they are watching.
Good luck. I know you caught him last night, but he seems pretty set on being dumb about this.
Dave sighs. At least he thinks that Solix is being stupid too.
Dave just like my Moira, an idiot.
Just the dumbest. How do we help him?
The dumbest. But he's so pretty.
The prettiest dumbass.
Yes. All right. Break time.
Break time.
Break time.
We're gonna meet back at the top of the next hour, basically, since we're close to 45.
Yes.
So
one my time. Hello. Hello, bee. They're so little.
So tiny.
Like quite literally less than a week old.
Oh my gosh.
They're itty bitty.
The bitsiest.
The itsy bitsy.
Wonderful.
All right.
Well, I will put on the Morning Coffee LoFi Girl album because, of course.
Perfect.
And we will see you guys soon.
Yep. See you in 15 minutes, guys.
Yay.
Come on, phone. I know you can do it. Hello.
Hello. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, every time I click out of Discord, I can't hear you.
Oh.
Give me 2 seconds to bring the dock up and then do the screen thing. Also, can y'all even hear the little peeps, or am I just
I'm hearing little peeps.
No peeps.
I think
they're
they'll
not
be
big
able
enough
to.
to quack yet?
Yeah.
Here, let me bring up this thing. I got distracted by looking at weapons.
Relatable.
Should have done this while I was on break.
Breaks are for
Listen,
breaking, and sometimes break means breaking other people.
yeah. And for everyone else talking about weapons for a grub game, and my character Nectar is either going to have like one of those little uh slingshots or a leg brace with a retractable blade, thanks to Jay, whose idea it was. It's such a cool idea.
I thought it would be fun. Yes, people can hear the peeps. Unda says they are adorable. Also, Heidi got coffee. Happy for you!
Hell yeah, coffee. Let me bring up the dude real quick, 1 sec.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta get your dudes up, you know? Sometimes they're down, and you gotta just give them the good little head pats and tell them that they are good boys. I know how social works. I'll go ahead and turn it back to the mainstream since we are technically back. Help distinguish it from the music bits because I'm pretty irregular about doing the timestamp thing. I think it's cute. I think I should be doing it. It just seems like a really low priority. And we ended the Morning Coffee album, and then we moved on to the Peaceful Day album, which is maybe a little aspirational for Carcat, but we're still at the start. Things have only exploded a couple of times, so
Only a few.
only a few. And also, just as like a heads up for folks, I'm not sure how long like season 1 of us reading these out is gonna be. We have like a good chunk of chapters coded in these live read friendly ways for the characters we are. But depending on how chapters wind up getting split, depending on what is a fun cliffhanger versus a why have you done this to me cliffhanger, I might try to push things a little sooner or earlier. And we might end in the middle of a chapter, if it so suits my needs. Just to warn you.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, sorry. I was trying to do the tap thing that I did before, but then it made it impossible to get back into Discord because it's
Oh.
like you're tapping, not.
Yeah, we tried, since you all have experienced the like Doc suddenly shooting Satan miles away from where we're chatting in the story, and I tried to find a software version of like an app version of what's something that lets you tap on a page instead of scrolling. I can't fucking find anything yet. I'll keep looking. But our other option is to change the settings within Satan's phone so that it takes longer on a touch to respond, which is nice for not shooting yourself away, but bad for like typing and almost everything else. So we're working
Bad
on
for
it.
everything. But at the very least, I didn't get launched 5 miles away in the first half of the stream. Hopefully, I don't get launched this half,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
Oh.
I have I have noticed I have better luck if I don't keep my hand on the screen, which is hard if I'm physically holding my phone, but if I like have my phone in my lap or on something, it works out a lot better.
Yeah, a little like phone table.
Phone table.
Yeah. No pressure, Unda. You're writing so much. You're up to some shenanigans. Best of luck with that.
What did
Unda says, well, I was talking about how when the seasons end will depend on what works best. And Unda was like, it'll also depend on if I write more. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, true. But also, we've not yet reached the end of what Unda has written in streamer formatting land. So.
true?
And
We still have a lot to go.
is true. Adi also says that Duck Cat is now necessary, which is fucking great.
Duck cat?
Duck Cat!
Why is duck cat necessary?
Because you have ducks, and Carcat is Borb.
That is very true. Okay, but could you imagine Carcat as a fucking duck?
Terrifying.
He would go for your ankles.
Immediately.
You just hear angry quacking.
Oh shit, run.
Oh my god. The next step up from that is Goose.
Goose. I love that he
okay,
turned into
but
a swan. Just fucking terrifying.
I was about to say, doesn't he turn into a swan?
He super does.
It makes me happy that his smallest is a hummingbird.
Right?
Beanie.
What a friend.
It makes me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes, angry little man turns into a hummingbird.
Okay. Satan, are things set up?
Yep, I got it all set up.
Magical. Thanks for your patience as we test what will fucking work.
And it is 3.2 that we're in, right?
We're in 3.1 actually.
Dang it.
Yep, sorry.
I
I'll put
couldn't-
them in the active folder, but I don't remember if I sent individual links or just the one link. Yeah. I'm having to like redo the amount of words that's in a thing that we do, because previously I had it as, here's the maximum we can do, and I made the maximum words count for us to say aloud our everyday normal streaming thing. And listen, y'all, you gotta take care of yourselves.
Once again, I didn't hear any of that, so I don't know what I missed.
No worries. I'm just talking about how I'm making the chapters. I'm splitting the chapters and I'm shortening the length we do in a stream so that we don't hurt ourselves. And I'm not. I've only done
Yeah.
that up to this 3.1. The rest of them I have not redone yet.
Yeah. If I can help, let me know, but obviously there's only so much I can do formatting wise because I'm on mobile.
It's true. It sucks to edit on mobile. I tried. It's bad.
It takes a while.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just doing Dave. But yeah, definitely taking breaks is so important, especially when I'm doing Celix and Matuna, because like I love talking like them. It is so much fun.
But because Felix talks like this, if I talk like this too long, it makes my voice all itchy.
Ah, yep. And Carcat is Carcat, as we
He's so
know.
amazing. Carcat is Carcat. Yeah, we need tea and like 5 fucking beverages.
Oh shit! I forgot my tea. Ah.
Oh goodness, go get your tea.
I have obtained the tea.
Tea has been obtained. Part of me
Victor
wants to
tea.
obtain a duck.
Hi, babies.
So small. And Heidi
Well,
says, we can read ahead, so your threats mean little. And yeah, absolutely, go reach it on AO3. This is just the audio version. And so far we're the only ones, but people are starting to like do more audio stuff, which is super exciting for me. It's just
yeah.
so wonderful to see. I hope they go well.
And it's a lot of fun. Like, honestly, I'm excited that someone is doing Your Words Destroy My Planet because if no one else was doing it, I was going to ask if you wanted to do it with me
Right?
because I fucking love Your Words Destroy My Planet.
It's so great. I think there's two different people, shoot, I forget the names, who've done like they're doing the tricky bits of like the songs underneath the narration, and then they plan to
Yeah.
stream the rest of it, which I think is a fucking incredible system. Way to go between the formatted and the I can get this out before I die. Me looking at me
Yeah.
doing Dave's Broken Diamond Club.
Oh my God. Yeah, if you ever need help with that I can help with, feel free to ask because that's literally like how I found out about I think like Dave's Broken Diamond Club is one of the reasons why I know about the server in the first place.
Yeah.
I love Dave's Broken Diamond Club. It was my first Unda fic and it destroyed me mentally and spiritually.
As is the way of it.
I'm I am so sad you guys probably can't hear this, but the one duckling is moving around in a circle
Aw.
with her foot in the water bowl. So just slap, 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 slap.
Slap, slap, slap. She's here to make
Baby,
a
you are
commotion.
doing this. Are you stuck in the water bowl? Are you okay?
Blood for the blood gods, says Dartburb KK, says Edelweiss. Edelweiss.
Blood for the blood.
I've been doing it
Water for the
like
blood.
Ivy as a nickname. I hope that's okay. Feel free to correct me. Okay, we should probably start.
Yes. You want me to start again or do you want to start?
I think I'm gonna start because I'm thinking you're gonna talk to Dave or Solix here soon before it gets back to the Rose and Jade that I also am. Once we're in Rose Jade Carcat Land, I
Okay.
would love to not be talking anymore.
That's understandable. I did feel kind of bad towards the end because it's like it's just you talking to yourself this whole time.
Yeah, it was okay. I was like, in retrospect, I wish we had swapped when narrators were. This is another thing to look at maybe for future streams. Scan ahead and see
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah, that would be smart.
But hey, we're not here for smart. We're here for getting these fucking words out, which we are achieving. Go us.
Yeah. All right.
You slipped from the room
After
and
you.
oops, what?
Oh, sorry. I just said after you.
Ah, aye aye. You slip from the room and wander around the house. There's no sign of Solix, and you bet that he won't fall for your vanishing suddenly as easily as he did before. You thought you'd made your point, but it seems like the guy you deemed worthy to have complete permissions over your soul is kind of an idiot. If he needs you to keep making this point over and over again, you're happy to do it. There's no real rush to find him, so you wander about, looking at things with mild interest. You return to the kitchen and find that he's not there either, but a very nice coffee machine is. The very nice coffee machine, in fact. Dave took your mug earlier and put it on a rack in that metal box, and you'd open it, but it's making weird, watery noises, so you get the feeling something might go wrong if you open it. When Dave brought you to the kitchen earlier, everything was already set out, so you don't know where any of it came from. You still know how the coffee machine works, and you want coffee. You want it, so you're going to get it. You get one of those little metal thingies, open the machine, close the machine, tap the glowing part in the same way that Rose did, and there you go! The machine starts to whir, and as soon as it begins to produce coffee, you stick your face under it and let it run into your mouth. This is so good! Who invented coffee? You need to find them and thank them. You freeze, hot coffee collecting in your mouth as you feel the spell around the house prickle in agitation. It's not doing anything, but it's close. Something is upsetting it. Something is too close. You pull back from the machine and dart outside, slipping from view as you do so. You get onto the roof of the house with a flap of your wings and look around. You can see Mituna near the edge of the circle, but he didn't upset it before. What's upsetting it is anger, wrath. There's another demon there, claws into Mituna's shirt, teeth bared and shouting at him. Mituna's your friend. Someone's threatening him. A demon is threatening him and you have to protect him. You launch yourself toward the demon as fast as you physically can, and you crash into her and slam her through a good chunk of the forest, snarling at her with your weapon drawn and your wings spread.
Holy shit! What the fuck? Zolix, get here!
Mituna shouts. You wave a hand and a circle of holy fire springs up around Mituna. At the very least, it'll make it hard for any demon to get close to him, and you're going to have to leave his side to find her. You vault the broken tree or two and see her scrambling towards you, a red sword in her hand. She's a succubus. You can beat one of those in a fight easily. You're sure of it. Carcat, stop. Don't make me make you, June says suddenly, appearing at your side in the breeze. You're going to burn down the forest. Look, Solix is with Mituna. He can protect him. Not that there's anything to protect him from or that he needs it, but look, June insists. You do not stop looking at the succubus that's slowly coming closer, but you do open a few more eyes to look at Mituna behind you. He's stranded in the circle of holy fire, and Solix is stuck on the other side, floating and looking between Mituna and you. You trust Solix, so you snuff the fire out. You don't want Mituna to get hurt by it after all. As soon as the fire is gone, Mituna is at your side.
Okay, let's be cool. That's Latula. She's my mate's Brit. We're all cool, man. We were just arguing about shit is all.
Mituna says quickly. I saw. You agree, staring the succubus down. She's starting to get closer than you're happy with, and you can feel your feathers pricking up. I was telling him that you're dangerous, and I'm right, she hisses.
He's not himself. He's not a bad kid,
Mituna tells her, and it sounds like he's said this before. That's dangerous, Tuna. Look at this. You said he couldn't do this, Solix. I deflected, and it still took all this out. She argues and waves a hand at the many snapped trees around you.
He never did this with me. Even when we were down here on the day the event kicked off, he was just protecting people. I've never seen him actually do this without being made to. This isn't...
Solix looks around weakly at the devastation around you.
Throne. Protecting and enforcing. It's what he does. You were obviously never a threat to anyone he needed to protect. He saw an argument, thought it was going to be a fight, right?
Mituna says calmly, too calmly. You nod. You didn't want him getting hurt, and it was enough to upset the spell, right?
The Tula is worried about me. She wants to protect me too. Right, Tula?
He asks her, and she nods.
I pity her, and she pities me. Zelix trusts her. She was around him from pretty much as soon as he was made, right?
He goes on.
Latula wouldn't hurt Matuna.
Solix agrees. Never, and I'd kill you for either of them, Latula hisses. Why would you say that? June yelps. Oh, okay, you say. You understand that. Blood for the blood god, indeed.
Blood for the blood god.
You'd kill her
Coffee
to
for the
protect
cold.
Matuna or Solix, to protect any of the others. You can feel how much she means it. You get that. If you saw me getting aggressive with Matuna, you'd try and kill me too, right? You ask her, and Latula nods. Well, great, I would too. But Matuna's my friend, so I wouldn't hurt him. You smile at her. Matuna mumbles something about under his breath and sighs.
Cool, great. I'm glad we're all on team murder for Matuna. I'll make t-shirts or something. He's not trying to kill me. I'm not leaving a mangled angel to grow up Mosley Verrill. And Celix, stop getting that look on your face because Karkat never punched you through half a forest. Can we all be cool? Because right now, I'm the only one being cool and it's exhausting.
Oh, hey, I'm cool. Why would you say I'm not cool? June protests. You watch Latula carefully. She clearly thinks that you're dangerous, and you understand that she wants to protect the people she loves. You get that so much. You just don't know if she's decided to not try to kill you, or if she's just acting like it. She can try. You don't want to let her kill you, and you're pretty sure all of the people here went through a lot to keep you alive. Losing you would hurt them, and you're not letting that happen. So, if it's you or her, well...
All right, you need to go because he's not going to chill out with you here.
Matuna says to Latula.
And you two need to draw that protective circle again so I can pop the hood and see what's going on with him.
Matuna gestures to you with that last bit, but you don't know what he means. In an effort to be helpful, you magic your cape out and hold it to Matuna by the hood. Pop the hood and see what's going on with him. Christ. Signless, for Signless's sake. Matuna looks at it helplessly and looks back at Latula.
Babe, look, he's not gonna do anything to me. He's just like, I can say it, but I probably shouldn't since he's not under it now. Whatever, he's like the kid was when he was little. Doesn't know jack about shit. Look at that face.
Matuna says, and reaches out to grab you by the face, squishing your cheeks a little. You think you've lost track of what's going on here. Latula scowls, but she seems a little less openly hostile.
Did you say Latuna?
I did. I combined them. I've been struggling with the two of their names this whole time. I finally beefed it.
You're doing your best.
I'm doing my best, Your Honor.
I'll make it up to you.
Matuna offers. Latula looks at him stubbornly, and Matuna sticks out his tongues. Oh, cool. He was made with two. Latula rolls her eyes and mutters something about how he'd better, and then teleports away. What? You start...
Please, for the love of everything. Oh, wait, sorry. Wrong chapter. Please, for the love of everything, don't ask.
Solix groans. Oh, so you aren't going to run off then? You say as you turn on him.
Karkat, not that watching you bit at Zelix isn't funny. And it is funny. Don't get me wrong, it's funny. But I need to get a look at you. Zelix said you did do this kind of thing. before, and I want to see if I can see why.
Matuna interrupts. Solix looks unhappy, but you're not totally sure if it's because he'd rather argue with you, or if he's because he Solix looks unhappy, but you're not totally sure if it's because he'd rather argue with you, or if it's because he didn't want to do whatever magic thing Matuna is talking about. You think it's more letting Matuna magically get a look at you, but you could be wrong. Okay, stand here. I think it's probably going to be easier if Roxy's spell isn't screwing with this, June says, her back to the house. Matuna is at her side, making a thoughtful noise as Solix pulls a face. You stand in place as the four of them watch you. On the ground, there are several circles starting to form, writing in both demonic and in runes that shift out into English before you can place exactly where they're from. For a moment, your curiosity rises, but as soon as that little mystery flits away from you, it dims again.
Open up your form fully, yeah?
Matuna prompts you, so you shrug and do as he asks. Oh, that's weird. You twist to look at yourself and see that your form is all seized up and tangled. You guess you aren't as fine as you thought.
He's better than he was. He's moving a little more there, but this is pretty much baseline throne stuff and nothing else.
Matuna says thoughtfully. He got emotional over a movie, but not much else. He's been interested in people, but it's kind of mild for Karkat, June comments.
He was a little more intense for me.
Solix admits, though he clearly doesn't want to. Oh, right. Because you were being irritating and wrong.
I thought I was Cankry.
This is Cankry mode. This is Karkat talking like Cankry.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute. I thought I was Cankry.
Yeah, no, this is Karkat speaking. He's just using Cankry's quirk, and it feels bad to everyone.
Feels bad is bad.
Feels bad, man. Because you were being irritating and wrong. Solix jerks back and stares at you, all his eyes wide open. That sounded wrong, June says warily. Where did you leave his maker's words? Roxy asks, making all three of the others jump in alarm.
You know I hate when you do that.
Solix hisses at her, one hand on his chest. June looks both startled and annoyed that Roxy got the drop on her, and Matuna is looking at her in confusion.
How did you just come out of nowhere?
Matuna demands. She didn't come out of nowhere. I watched her shadow come down the hill. And real quick, you can... I laughed at this because this is Karkat seeing Matuna, June, Solix, and of course Roxy in secret. It's a fun little number spoiler for this cuteness.
Sorry, 1 second. It did do a scroll.
Oh, gotcha. I shall highlight the line to read and then a lot after that, so hopefully it's easier to see.
I appreciate.
Absolutely.
Thanks for telling us.
Solix snaps at you. You could have asked me to if you were talking to me properly, but you're not.
Oh, that's doing something. Look, that's a little movement in one of his core rings.
Matuna points out, indicating one of the seized up rings inside of you. You take a look, but it's barely happening, and it's already slowing back down. Quick, annoy him more, June insists, slapping Solix in the chest. You can't flirt a guy out of major psychic damage. You didn't even answer my question. Roxy says, over the sound of Solix recovering from June knocking all of the air out of his lungs. I fucking love June so much.
Same. June has it, but it's not safe for me or Zelix to read it, and we don't want June to risk getting whatever Cankry was made of into Karkat. Or worse, bringing him back somehow.
Matuna explains. Gimme, Roxy tells him. Matuna gives June a look, and so, with a sigh, June hands over a small slip of paper. Roxy looks at it and frowns.
Do you know Angelic?
Matuna questions her, although he sounds like he thinks like the answer is going to be no. A little. It's related to demonic, Roxy says, frowning as she looks at the paper.
No, it's not.
Solix insists, but Matuna goes,
Eh,
for a bit. A little related, Roxy amends.
like Swedish and Spanish are related. You can't change them in and out for each other. They've got some of the same symbols and letters, but Angelic is oh bitching hell.
Okay, it didn't take me far. We're okay.
Yay.
God damn it. I'm sorry. I've been doing so good.
It was bound to happen.
Yeah.
They've got some of the same symbols and letters, but Angelic is so fucking varied and fiddly. The same sign can be like 50 different things depending on how it's written and what you mean. Demonic is poetic and shit, but vague doesn't work well with deals, honestly speaking. Demonic is way better.
Matuna grumbles. What does demonic look like? It's probably not a good idea to show you that right now either, June tells you. That's boring. You drop back into your regular form and wander out of the circle because there wasn't anything keeping you in there. If they wanted to stop you leaving, then they should have. So, his maker got pissy and took out his heart and made Karkat with the bits of him that he didn't like, which, fucked up, but what? Roxy trails off and squints at the paper a little more. It's hard to feed him things and get him started when we don't even know what things about him were Karkat and what were Karkat TM things. Except, I guess, talking shit to Solix, June says unhappily. You walk idly through the trees nearby that you knocked over. Whoa, different sentence. When Solix slammed Latula through several trees, Karkat went walking through them afterwards. You wonder if you can fix them somehow, but you're not sure how. You can heal a person a little bit, but you don't want to turn this tree into a person by mistake. Solix is following you, but it's from a spineless, non-confrontational distance, and you can't be bothered to deal with that. What does this last symbol mean? Roxy asks.
Don't show it to me.
Matuna yelps from behind you. You look around sharply at that, but Matuna is fine. He's just being shouty. Back to looking at these trees instead.
June can probably fix these if it's really bothering you.
Solix says, as Roxy describes an angelic symbol to Matuna verbally. If what's really bothering me? You ask, peering underneath a snapped tree to look at some weird mushrooms you've not seen before.
All of these broken trees.
Solix clarifies. That'll be interesting to see how she does that. I don't think I know how to fix a tree, you say mildly, and hop over the tree trunk to loop back towards the group. Solix doesn't follow you, and when you look, you see he's giving you an odd look. What? You ask.
You're not bothered? Worried? Upset?
He asks. About what? Trees? They're just trees, you say apathetically.
You're not. What about all of the birds and the squirrels and stuff?
Solix asks bizarrely. You have no idea what he's getting at.
You don't feel anything? They probably lived in these trees and nothing?
He questions you in a tiny voice. Do you know that the animated animals weren't real? You laugh and finish walking back to the others.
Oof.
Oof.
Ooh.
Matuna appears to be listing off all of the things that symbol could be. You wonder how long he's been going.
fight, but not the physical kind, or debate, or peer review, or counter, or describing the reaction between matter and antimatter.
Matuna goes on. Okay, he got his little motor going a little at arguing with Solix. If Karkat's daddy issues come from everything in his heart, then how do you know the non-physical stuff that makes him isn't copy-pasted into him? Why change the words if you're just getting rid of the pesky heart? Roxy asks. You'd ache a little at being called that, not because Roxy meant it herself. She was obviously meaning the thoughts that Kankri had when he pulled you out. It's just that the sentiment is painfully familiar.
Karkat doesn't care about the squirrels and the birds.
Solix blurts out. What? June asks, sensibly.
Karkat Vantis. Karkat pick a worm off the sidewalk to save it Vantis. Doesn't care that he just destroyed a whole bunch of forests, and he doesn't care about all the stupid woodland creatures he might have killed or their habitat.
Solix accuses you. You go fix the trees if you're so nuts about them. I'm bored. I'm going to go get coffee. You sigh, and walk away and around them to go back to the house. As you go, June is talking about inconsistent empathy and we're figuring this shit out. Trade narrator?
Sure. Let me just bevy 1 second.
Bevy's good. Gotta get good and bevied so you're good and ready.
I still have 3 beverages.
Out of 4. Nicely done.
Yeah, I finished my coffee boy. He's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious, even.
Delicious.
You're,
Cat approved.
you're more... Yes. You're more interested in going inside, and to your surprise, when you get there, you find that your friends are already in the kitchen. They're clustered around the coffee machine and turn to look at you as you walk in.
What was that noise outside?
Oh, sorry, Rose asked.
All good. I told them it was no big deal.
Trezzy says with a sharp smile.
It wasn't a big deal. I thought Matuna was being threatened by another demon. He said she's his mate spirit and they're fine. She was worried about me.
You shrug.
Aw, that's nice that she was worried about you, but why did you think she was threatening him?
Jade asks.
No, I mean, she was worried that I was going to hurt Matuna, which I get. I thought the same, so I attacked her first. It's fine. Also, Solix says that you can do magic on trees if you want, Jade.
You tell her, since Selleck seems so weirdly obsessed with it. I have a more important question. Did you turn the coffee machine on again? I keep forgetting I'm the narrator. I'm sorry.
All good.
Dave asks, holding up a rag that had seemingly been used to clean coffee up from the surface around the machine.
Oh, it must have kept going after I left. I feel bad for wasting it now.
You say sadly. The machine? That's not a word. The machine does a good job, and you didn't appreciate it. Okay, but where's your mug? Dave asks, looking around.
You put it in there, and it sounds like it'd be bad to open it.
You explain, pointing to the machine that's still making water noise.
Walk us through every step of what you did. Show us.
Rose suggests. This is an excellent way to get more coffee. You are all for this. You take the little metal thing, open the machine, close it, press the things, and then stick your face under it and get coffee. Oh, fuck me.
Behold a Karkat in his natural
about...
habitat.
Yes.
Did it do a skip jump?
Karkat in his natural... No, it didn't do a skip jump. I was trying to read it, but then you started laughing.
Oh. Oops.
Oh, fuck me. Fireproof apparently means heatproof. Got it. I'm just going to...
Dave reaches over you and opens a cabinet and then nudges you out of the way, replacing you with a mug and letting the machine put coffee in that instead of directly in you. Okay, you can just have this. They go in here. I still say you should probably not keep drinking this all day, but you've already licked this one, so it's yours. Dave explains.
If I lick things, they're mine. Okay.
You say with some thought. I could put airport line.
I cannot wait to see how that concept is going to play out, Dave. Good job.
Rose laughs from behind her hand. Hey, if it means you get to keep this coffee, then you're fine with that. Your friends take you back upstairs and they try to interest you in a game of cards, but you don't fully understand the rules or why you're not allowed to use all of your eyes to see the cards. Rose suggests you watch them play for a while, but you don't get it either. Eventually, you climb onto Dave's desk so you can hang out of his skylight window and look outside.
Are you bored, Carcat?
Jade asks you after a while.
Bored?
You repeat.
Yeah, do you feel restless or like things aren't interesting?
Jade clarifies. I forgot that I put that as the thing. How to test your angel for depression.
It's so great. Jade internally, how do I test this angel for depression? Can I get him interested in anything besides coffee? That one is an easy win. We're there already.
His special interest, coffee.
Coffee.
Okay, sorry, continue.
All good. I want to see. Oh my god.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. I want to see what Earth is like, but I get that I'm supposed to stay here for a while since I'm so messed up. June seems worried. Matuni even showed me that I'm not working right.
You say unhappily as you think about the unmoving rings inside of you. It's harder to say that you're fine when you've seen otherwise. Sometimes Selig sits on the roof or on the window and just watches things for hours. Is that what you want to do? Your species are kind of alike, right? Dave guesses.
I could see anything coming if I was doing that. I could protect you better.
You tell him.
Is that fun for you, though?
Jade presses you, and you shrug a little apathetically. It's just what you felt. It's just what you felt you should do.
This is why I'm saying we should take him back to Salem. Classes start back up in less than a week, and if he could go back to the library, then at least he could work. If he had a job to do, he might have a better time figuring out what to do for fun when he's not working.
Jade argues. A job?
There's a job I can do? What you said back to, you mean I have a job? A purpose?
You ask, dropping down from the window and staring down at Jade from atop Dave's desk.
Yeah, he worked at the library. We'd have to make up some excuse for why you're so different, because we can't tell anyone that you're an angel, but I think it'd be good for you.
Jade says brightly.
I don't think he should be around dangerous books in this state. He'd absolutely have to be supervised.
Rose says firmly.
That's fine. I just want to do something. Helping people sounds good. I want to do that.
You insist and jump down to the floor. Maybe Selix could. It's not like he pays a lot of attention in class anyway. Dave suggests. You resist rolling your eyes at the idea of Selix following you around. The way he's acting at the moment is really irritating and not in an especially endearing way.
Can we even take him through a port? With the spells, they react badly if he knows he's an angel, especially if he's unstable.
Rose wonders.
A port?
You ask, not sure what she means.
It's a building where people teleport to other buildings specifically for that. But you're not a species that those spells are designed for. You used them before, but I don't know if they'll work the same now that you're like this.
Rose explains. That's a valid consideration. However, you unfurl your wings and point at them one-handed and drink your coffee with the other. That's the last of the mug. Damn. He can fly. Yeah, that's fair. Celis can fly too, and June can probably go along with him on some bullshit Dragon Ball Z cloud thing, which I still can't believe she can do and didn't tell us. Dave grumbles. Jade's face gets uneasy, like she's expecting something is about to go wrong. Dave's expression mirrors it a second after he's done speaking.
I am electing to not hold that against June. She's our friend, and even if I don't like being kept in the dark, I will let go for the sake of friendship and trust.
Rose says, though it sounds like it was hard for her to do. You smile and feel your halo shine a little. Rose listened to what you said, and she's choosing to trust her friend and care about her. Dave presses his hand to Rose's forehead and makes a joke about her being ill if she's deliriously saying something like that. To which Rose playfully smacks him in the back of the knee and nearly makes him fall over. It's really nice seeing them care about each other.
My chest feels kind of tight.
You observe without any panic and rub across your sternum a little to ease whatever that was. Maybe it's the 4.5 mugs of coffee you've had in like 2 hours, Dave says pointedly. Maybe.
So, what is my job like? What do I do? Am I good at it?
You ask them curiously.
You seem to enjoy it. You look after the books and help people. Kanaya seems very fond of you.
Rose tells you.
Who is Kanaya?
You ask, and Dave lights up with a wide grin. Kanaya's this hot vampire girl that you work with. You're friends, and Rose is in love with her. Dave says in a sing-song voice.
Really?
You ask with excitement building in your chest.
No, Kanaya is very nice and, yes, very pretty. I would love to talk to her more, but it's nowhere near. Dave is making it out to be more than it is to tease me. Much like I will forever tease him about pining after you and the Justin Timberlake thing.
Rose asks, giving Dave a glare at that part. You called her a sexy vampire on your literal first meeting. Carcat might have been unable or unwilling to gossip about it, but you're not considering Sullix. Dave shoots back.
Would that we all could spend less time thinking about Solix.
Rose sighs dramatically.
I'd like for him to stop being weird around me.
You complain. Okay, so several things there. Dave begins, sounding a little more serious now.
One of which is that he's always weird around Carcat, I assume.
Rose guesses.
He's always like this?
You ask despairingly. No, he's always weird about you, but it's different kind. Being super into you or super snappy with you, not being able to leave you alone, not wanting to talk about you at all, not doing anything but talk about you. It goes on. He's always weird about you, but it's not usually this, Dave explains.
Given what we know now, I think Carcat not remembering him when we got to Salem had quite an impact on him, and he responded in a variety of very weird ways.
Rose agrees. Right now, he's obviously worried about you, and he feels guilty. I get that, but we were only able to find you so June could do whatever she did because of him. If it wasn't for him, you'd be dead. Dave tells you, and he seems shaken at the idea.
I appreciate it. It's not as if I want to be dead. Though if I was, I wouldn't know about it, so I wouldn't be around to care. Whatever. I get that he was involved and he feels bad, but he's.
You struggle, trying to find the word to describe how you feel. He was supposed to be your Kismesis, right? But he's not acting like it at all. You wanted to see what that was like, but this isn't it. If he is around you, he's spending that time being weird about things that don't matter. It makes you feel worse. Not about him specifically, but all over. There was a flash of something earlier when you were bickering with him, but it's gone. Saying that thinking about him makes you tired doesn't make sense. So you shrug instead.
I think I'm going to go see how Mom is doing. She was working on things that might protect us back in Salem.
Rose announces and stands up. Right. Cool. Dave says a little awkwardly. Rose leaves, but you're not sure why. You feel that the reason she gave wasn't the real one. Or rather, that she might be doing that, but it's not why she suddenly left. And it doesn't explain why Dave seems awkward. Oh, no. You can think of why. You were talking about your problems, your feelings. Rose said that you're not pale. The idea seemed to make her really uncomfortable, and you did it again. You're not Cancre anymore, and he isn't here, but you can feel the edges of that familiar guilt against your soul again. You opened your mouth and said something you shouldn't have, right? You already knew that Rose wasn't okay with this. It only went right last time because you'd given her your thoughts before you opened up your dumb mouth. Now you feel worse and even more exhausted. Probably emotionally exhausted.
And that is the fun note upon which we shall end off this chapter.
What a way to end.
What was that?
I said, what a way to end.
Ah, yes. With only the good feelings. Here's a guarantee. There are yet only more good feelings as we go through this story. That's what stories are, right? No conflict, just fuzzies.
Just vibes.
Just vibes. Wonderful.
Aww.
And they have fuzzy little ducklings. You're so fucking cute.
You're so cute.
And I did share pictures of them in the Fluff channel.
Hell yeah. Ida says, Carcat calling Dave and Saul dumbasses while sticking his head under a stream of boiling coffee. Although, it doesn't burn him, so is he a dumbass or is he, like, efficient and respectful of not going through the cupboards? Question mark? This is the kind of thing I would do.
This is pure efficiency right here.
Pure efficiency. You may not like it. This is what peak performance looks like.
Oh my goodness.
And it looks like maybe you said a line in Matuna voice instead of Solix. I don't remember when that was. I didn't catch it.
Did I?
I like
I'm
your
sorry
captors.
if I did.
We're not going to get this thing perfectly. I had a line earlier where I started my Rose voice, but I started it like an octave too high and went, oh no, but I didn't want to stop to redo it.
Yeah. And listen, my captor voices are very similar. It's just one is more high pitched
And sounds slightly differently, and also the Z's.
The Z's. I can't remember if we've said this before. We added in the Z's because it helps distinguish Matuna and Solix, and we liked the B theming. And the Rad Gamers theming.
Rad gamers.
and yeah, it definitely does help distinguish them.
Hooray.
At least I hope so.
I think so. I like your captors. I think they're a good pair, but also they're, like, I mean, it would make sense for them to sound so similar to each other, especially in this world, where Solix is modeled after.
Yeah.
He's cute.
Cute, cute, cute.
And I'm getting Aspen all over the floor. This is fine.
Aspen? Like
It's like wood chips. You usually see it in like small animal bedding.
Oh. He's for the
Sorry, I'm
smalls.
cleaning up after because they got their bedding all wet.
Oh, yeah. The struggle never ends.
It never ends. I am a duck dad.
Duck dad, woo!
My parent did the same thing.
We are in sync.
Uh,
The
In
world agrees,
sync.
Satan. This is a new epithet of yours.
Yes. Duck Dad, Satan, hey you.
Hate you. Wonderful. Well, everybody, stay hydrated, stay well. We'll be back around the same time next Saturday, probably. Be in the server if you want to be with what's happening. And that's about it.
Yeah, and if you want to see big ducks, go to the Fluff channel.
Fluff Channel! And if you want to read ahead, of course, look at the links in the description to the chapters that we read from each time. I'd change them because I care.
Yes.
May you all have a
All right.
wonderful day.
Yes, have a lovely day.
Yeah.